her decline. She was always so humble and grateful for every little thing that was done for her. Maud was always the life of the party and had such a wicked sense of humour and the most beautiful smile. And this is how I will always remember her. She sailed through the hardships that life threw at her and never let them get her down. Maud, you were a wonderful and caring mother-in-law, and it was a pleasure to be part of your family. You were much loved, and I miss your cheery voice on the phone saying, "Hello, Let."
I must commend both Steve and Letty because I know they were very, very nervous when I spoke to them earlier. I think you did an absolutely wonderful job. I do have another eulogy. It's a tribute by the ladies at the Compton's retirement village. Apparently they all got together. And I had the privilege of reading this for you. Maud had been a resident at Compton's village at Caboolture for approximately 9 years. And during this time, she had become a dear friend and a good neighbour to many. Her friends, Edna and June, say they miss taking Maud to the local shopping centre a couple of times each week in a taxi shared by the three of them. First stop was the post office where she made great friends with the girls at the counter. Then it was off to Coles for groceries, after which it was over to the coffee shop for a cuppa and a piece of banana bread, which Maud adored. Then back home and hopefully not broke. Saturday morning at the village was an event that Maud participated in every week. Agnes runs the coffee shop and recalls that Maud always had something to say around the table that made people laugh. Unfortunately, in the last 6 months or so before she went into care, her eyesight diminished a lot and Maud could not see the person sitting opposite her, but mastered voice recognition very quickly. Following the cuppa, Maud would walk to Merle and Alan's unit for a chat and leave the money with them to get the Sunday paper. They enjoyed the time they spent together and both miss her greatly. Beryl is another neighbour that enjoyed spending time with Maud and also misses her greatly. Maud was a regular client at the in-house hairdressing salon, and Kay, the hairdresser, is really saddened at her death. Anglicare Southern Queensland played a big part in Maud's life, participating in Tuesday's outings to various venues around the area. She particularly loved going to the lunch with the gang at Spinnaker's at Bribie Island Road, where she would devour the meals served with lots of prawns, her favourite food. I hope this small insight into Maud's time spent at Compton's lets you all know that she was a fun-loving person who loved life. To Maud's son Steve and daughter Jean, we say your mum presented herself with dignity and respect, which earned her the title of loving friend and fantastic neighbour. To Maud, we say many thanks for the memories and may you rest in peace. It goes to show that people like Maud will always be in our memories, as it was said from Compton's. I'd like you just to reflect for a moment on what Maud's life meant to each of you as an individual. Just sitting quietly for a moment or two as we play another tune that the family has chosen.
Oh, happy birthday to Mummy's little soldier. I told you I'd ring, but and if you're in bed, I'd ring your office anyway. Yeah, well, I hope you have a nice day. It's a beautiful day outside. Whatever you're going to do, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to Burpengary Tavern today. They just rang me to say they picked me up at 9. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll ring you tomorrow, not Wednesday. Okay? Well, have a good day, and I hope you get lots of presents from Mummy's little soldier. Bye.
On a day like today, we pass the time away, writing love letters in the sand. How you laughed when I cried each time I saw the tide take our love letters from the sand. You made a vow that you would ever be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand. Now my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand.
As we accept life, so must we accept death. As life and death are inseparable and part of the same process, and because of this death will come to each of us, just as it has come to Maud. Greet Maud's death with sadness, yes, but not with bitterness nor resentment, as the life and death cycle is now complete. One generation passes away, another generation comes. We will be coming up to the hardest part of the day, which is the committal. But before we do, I'd just like to read the 23rd Psalm for you. The 23rd Psalm has brought comfort and hope to hundreds of generations facing the same as you are today. And describes the Lord as a kindly shepherd, gently guiding his flock to peaceful pastures, towards a life of comfort and love. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside peaceful waters. He restores my soul. He guides in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and you anoint my head with oil, and my cup surely overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I know that we never lose the people we love, even in death. They continue to participate in every act, thought, and decision that we make. And their love leaves an indelible imprint, not only in our hearts, but also our memories. And we find comfort in knowing that having shared their love has enriched our lives. Though someday we have to part with those we love, they are not lost. And we're always better for having loved. In this way, love even transcends one's death. Notice there was a couple of very old photos up there, and also some from not all that long ago. But you could still see that Maud was a very vibrant and outgoing lady in more ways than we could ever imagine. Today, we're saying goodbye to Lillian Maud. Maud's life is now complete, and left behind are the memories that we hold of her to give comfort to all those that remember her. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have to ask you to respectfully stand for the committal. You may say it silently, or you may say it with me. Out of respect for Maud, I'd like to say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Tenderly and reverently we commit the body of our friend Maud to the elements and to Mother Earth, from which all life comes and to which all life ultimately returns. We are grateful for Maud's life that has been lived well, and for all that life has meant to all of us by having Maud in our lives. Now we leave our friend Maud in peace. With respect, we bid her farewell. Let us leave her in quietness of spirit and live with care and affection for each other. Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. As a final tribute, I'd like to leave you with a thought about what Maud may have left behind for her family and all of her friends and relatives. I never knew Maud, but I'm sure if we got the chance to get together, she may have chosen some of the words that I'm about to read to you now. Don't think of her as gone away. Her journey has just begun. Life holds so many facets. This earth is only one. Just think of her as resting from the sorrows and the tears in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days, no years. Think how she must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. And think of her as living in the hearts of those she touched, for nothing loved is ever lost, but she was loved so much. Very shortly we will be coming up to the conclusion of the service, but I'd sincerely like to thank Steve, Jean and the family and friends for allowing me to do the proceedings of this service today for Maud. On behalf of myself and Ian and Mike from Michael Hutchinson Funerals, our sincere condolences to you all. I'm sure there's many friends here, and the family would also like to thank you for being here, showing your support and also the sympathy that you hold for Maud and also the family. It's very, very much appreciated. I thank you very much for your sincerity and your attendance today. Family is also, if you have not received one yet, have a little diagram onto the back, and they've invited everyone here today to gather after the service, if you'd like to, at the Centenary Tavern in the bistro area by the Sportsman's Bar entrance. Meals and drinks are available at a reasonable price. Ladies and gentlemen, this now concludes our service for today. In just a moment we will be playing a very special song. In the appropriate time, the funeral director will come forward and lead the family from the chapel. Thank you so much.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. I know I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I would fly higher than an eagle. star.